Y tú, espejo de mi corazón.
Lydia Esther Almodóvar Chardón Batista Rios Vázquez del Toro, also known as Tati, Ako, Aji, and Lita amongst her close family, grew up in Ponce, Puerto Rico, with the dream of one day becoming a singer.
That was the song that I sing when I was 5 years old.
She was raised mostly by her father and his family, her parents divorcing when she was 3 years old, and her mother not really having a huge part in her life until she was about 13.
My father was really, really good to me. He was a very hard work person, and but at that time it was not easy to find a job. So he did whatever he can to bring food to the table. I was well fed even though we was very poor.
When she was 15, she moved to the United States with her mom and stepdad and began working in a factory.
Well, I came over here, things was much different. I was already 15 years old, and believe it or not, I was in fifth grade at that time, and I was ashamed to go back to school back here. When I came from Puerto Rico, I didn't know anything or anybody. So that gave me the opportunity not only to learn how to work and do things that I never did before, but I get to know a lot of people, and they teach me the language.
She married at 18, had her first son at 19, and her second son shortly after at age 21. At age 28, Del Toro remarried a Marine, and it was mandated that they move from base to base, all located outside of New York.
It was hard for me because I had to take the kids away from their father, and no matter what happened between their father and me, had nothing to do with them. He was a good father, and he used to take in every weekend.
Once her kids were grown, she and her husband lived in Florida for 30 to 40 years. She thought she'd be there for the rest of her life, but something swayed her opinion.
I love my kids too much, and because I only have two, we was living in Florida, and we decided to come to South Carolina so I can be next and close to my son Nelson Vasquez. So now we are a family together, and I'm very proud of my grandchildren and my children. They are my love. I mean, they are my life.
Although Carlos and Nelson are Del Toro's two most prized possessions, and she cherishes her family over anything, she believes she had kids a little too early, and it was this that prevented her from pursuing her career in singing. From My Grandmother's House, Kiana Vasquez, Clemson News Now.